So overall, by far the most important thing is that societies are undergoing a demographic transition that the world has never seen. It's never been before in human history that we have aging societies. And by aging societies, we mean societies in which there are more people over 60 than there are under 5. And globally, in the next decade, the world will be a globally aging world, and the United States is about right in the middle of these demographic transitions. So there's some countries ahead of us, countries like Japan, we know, Italy, Germany, France are ahead of us in this demographic transitions, and there are many countries just behind us, but not too far behind us. If we look at demographic transitions in China, India, South Africa, a whole set of low and middle income countries that are booming. And the causes of these transitions are very easy. They're twofold. One is life expectancy has increased over time for many, many people, so people are living longer. But more importantly, in terms of this demographic transition, it happens because fertility is declining. So you can think of China as the perfect example, where a one-child policy, and now somewhat expanded, along with human increases in life expectancy completely transform the society. So this kind of transformation makes every institution that we have challenged to rethink what it needs to do to adapt to a society that's fundamentally different than one we know about.
Right. I mean, this has implications in housing, which I've covered a lot. There's implications in the workplace. There's obviously economic implications. Yep. I mean, you need more money if you're living longer. So there's almost no part of our lives day to day that is not going to be affected by this.
Right. That is absolutely true. And perhaps one of the most interesting ones is around work. So we used to think people would retire at 65 or 62, or if you were in Europe, you were going to retire at 55. And now we're looking at 3 more decades of life expectancy. If we take as a center point Social Security, when Social Security was started, people could expect to live a year or 2 after Social Security, after they received Social Security. And for people who were disadvantaged, for instance, African Americans, never reached the age at which to get Social Security. So they paid in without ever receiving the benefits. Today we have a society in which average life expectancy once you're an adult is about another 19 years and longer for women. So how we think about how we're going to transform work is terribly important. And I'll just make one more point and then we can start talking about all the policy options, is that there won't be one solution. There will not be one solution to this. Some people, like many of us in this room, will continue to work and work into well into old age with lots of opportunities. And other people will have a great deal of disability. They're in jobs that are very tough and physically demanding. In French, the word for these words is pénible, which is painful. So you have to have options for people that are multiple and allow people to maximize their capacities without being able to be overwhelmed by the need to work longer.
One thing you were saying that's interesting too is people working longer, are those people taking work away from younger people? Younger people are having trouble getting into the workforce if people are working longer. Is that a problem? Is it not a problem?
Right. This is a huge myth. It's called lump of labor, with the idea that there's a fixed number of jobs, and if people stay in the labor force too long, they're going to take it away from other people. Older people take jobs from younger people, women take jobs from men, migrants take jobs from non-migrants. In fact, it's a complete myth, and what people have discovered as they've gone on is that this lump of labor fallacy is not true, because in fact people in the workforce create jobs for other people. So we all flourish in a society where everybody works.